I'm all for it.
Anyway,
and I will be watching that along with you.
Yes, September 30th.
The day it premieres.
Set your Peacock alarms to, I guess, any time is going to be streaming. Let's all watch it at 8 a.m. in the morning. Let's start our day. No, you wake up earlier.
Well, if it's on a Monday, I won't be at work, but any other day, I will. You know what?
Let's do it on a work day.
I'll be driving around. Let's put it on. I'll be paying attention to Demi Lovato while I have my own close encounters of the car kind.
All right, that's my segment, Nate. Thank you for playing along there. What do you have for the people?
Well, I am introducing a new segment that is going to be ongoing and we'll say all-inclusive. I think this is something that Pingos can chime in on as well. This is a segment called King of the Hell, a demon review.
Okay.
So what this is going to be is I'm picking different demons every week for King of the Hell. These are demons that are dukes and princes, various royalties from hell. And we're going to judge them on 3 categories, each out of 5 pitchforks.
Sure.
They'll be judged on grotesqueness, threats to mankind, and heaviness, as in metal.
What you're saying is we can have a tournament tree of demons, and using listener poll on Twitter, we can find out who the greatest demon of all time voted on Pingos is.
That is essentially what we're going to do here. We will have our canonical Werewolf Radar ratings, and Pingos are welcome to chime in and create a worldwide rating.
Dude, we're getting pretty big in India.
Yeah, we're gonna have India throw their pitchforks down.
I don't know why we're getting so popular in India. Maybe it's because our advertising is strictly based in India because it's the largest growing market of consumers.
Yeah, well, and we do that special Sanskrit version.
Oh yes, the Sanskrit version. Diehard Hindus are all about that Sanskrit version.
So this week we're going to cover the demon Astaroth, not just a playable Soul Calibur character.
Nice. I love some Astaroths.
So as a quick overview, Astaroth is the 29th spirit listed in the Ars Getia, aka the 72 Pillars, aka the Lemegeton, which is the comprehensive guide to underworld beings in the Lesser Key of Solomon. This will probably be the same for all the demons we're reviewing.
I truly thought you were going to say the Lesser Key of C, but go on.
Solomon. Pretty much every demon we cover is going to be in the Ars Getia or somewhere in the Lesser Key of Solomon. So you can probably jump ahead of us if you'd like, and you happen to own a copy of the Lesser Key of Solomon. If you want to get a little medieval lore in your life. He is therein described as a crown prince and duke
Before
of
you go
hell.
too far, I've done lots of projects. You've done lots of projects, but this is the first one where we can say that honestly, just like earnestly going like, look at this book. Look at this demon book.
Yeah. Several demon books will be mentioned throughout. Here are some other titles of Astaroth, aside from Crown Prince and Duke of Hell. Crown Prince of Jinnistan. Jinnistan, well worth looking into. That is a crazy thing. The land of jinns. Prince of Accusers and Inquisitors, demonized deity, patron of battles and engagements, eater of souls, father of the executioners, one of the incarnations of death, and descendant of Ishtar.
Ishtar!
Yeah, it turns out. And that is going to come up later. As an important part of Astaroth's actual history. In addition to these, he's also the treasurer of hell. Basically means he's hell's Janet Yellen.
Wait,
so
there's
poli-sci heads.
There's capitalism in hell too?
Yeah.
There's no escape.
Hell has a capitalistic feudal hierarchy. and there's secretaries of all the things that we have in America, basically.
Well,
He's formerly a seraphim or a prince of thrones in heaven. It was cast down by God, though it's been later amended by some to say he's always been a demon, but we will jump into that later. There are several different accounts of the origin of Astaroth. According to the Grimoire Verum and the Grand Grimoire, which date to the 18th century, which is comparatively recent to almost all the other texts that are being referenced in this thing. He is one of three supreme evil demons, along with Beelzebub and the morning star himself, Lucifer.
nice.
The personifications of Astaroth are as follows: laziness, self-doubt, rationalized philosophies, accusations, battles, engagements, death, execution, and of course, inquisitions.
Can I just point out how, not like the others, rationalized philosophies is here?
Yeah, he is the patron demon of a bachelor's degree in art and sciences.
Of course.
And that is not just a joke. He actually is. Here are some random powers that Astaroth has. He can make men invisible and lead them to hidden treasure. He answers every question formulated to him. And he's also said to give mortal beings the power over serpents. If you do want to summon him, his most powerful month is August, and must be summoned on Wednesday nights between 10 and 11 p.m. if he's to do the bidding you seek.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I always ask for more specific rules that are more tangible, and then when I receive them, I go, that doesn't sound legitimate.
Yeah, we're a month off of his most powerful month. You still can summon Astaroth, but August would have been the right time for it.
Gotcha. Well, there's always next year.
Yeah. Or any Wednesday night between 10 and 11. So that's essentially, that's a little survey. Now let's get to the categories. First up, grotesqueness. This is physical, spiritual, even intellectual grotesqueness. I'm sure some of these demons have pretty terrible politics. So, I figured this would be kind of a gimme category, but it turns out no, Astaroth has a lot of shit going on in the grotesqueness area.
Sure.
Here is a quote from the 1904 translation of The Lesser Key of Solomon, talking about his actual physical being. 29th spirit is Astaroth. He's a mighty strong duke, and appeareth in the form of a hurtful angel, riding on an infernal beast like a dragon, and carrying in his right hand a viper. Thou must in no wise let him approach too near unto thee, lest he do thee damage by his noisome breath. Wherefore the magician must hold the magical ring near his face. That's a whole weird thing. That will defend him. He giveth true answers of things past, present, and to come, and can discover all secrets. He will declare wittingly how the spirits fell, if desired, and the reason of his own fall. He can make men wonderfully knowing in all liberal sciences. I wasn't kidding.
Yeah, he really hates those liberal colleges.
Well, he's the patron demon of them. He loves them. I think he might be the dean of Evergreen.
Nice.
He ruleth 40 legions of spirits. His seal is this, which wear thou as a layman before thee, or else will not appear, nor yet obey thee, etc. There's a picture of the seal. I'll throw that in the Discord at some point.
Please.
But also we have this description from the Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonium, written by Johann Weyer in 1583. Astaroth is a great and strong duke, coming forth in the shape of a foul angel, sitting upon an infernal dragon and carrying in his right hand a viper. So the viper, the dragon, still there. He answereth truly to matters present, past, and to come, and also of all secrets. He talketh willingly of the creator of the spirits and of their fall, and how they sinned and fell. He saith he fell not of his own accord, so he's mad at God for being kicked out. He maketh man wonderful learned in all the liberal scientific. He ruleth 40 legions. Let every exorcist take heed that he admit him not too near him because of his stinking breath. and therefore let the conjurer hold near his face a magical silver ring that shall defend him. There's a whole thing where Astaroth's breath can just kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to create a ring of silver and then bless it and wear it. You have to hold it up to your nose as long as you're speaking with Astaroth. Otherwise, his secrets will make you die.
I hear that. Silver, isn't silver like an antibacterial? Like bacteria doesn't grow on it?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, silver has a lot of pretty solid properties.
Yeah.
But,
So maybe it's like a reference to that, to where like his breath is so foul, it's bacterial. And you have to. I just think that's neat, I guess. I think that's a neat form of mythology that you don't see a lot in Christianity.
it's true. They don't mention all of the magical stuff.
Yeah, like legitimate, like good uses of like this god power to be like, silver would stop most of that bacterial growth you're all dying from, peasants.
Right. Even though like the entire book of Leviticus is basically, here's how to stay healthy.
Listen, that's the Old Testament. We're Christian.
Wash your dicks.
Please wash your dicks, people. Wash your hands, wash your dicks, wear a mask.
Yeah, any washing that you can do, you should be doing. Here's another description from demonicparadise.fandom.com. He's depicted as a naked man with a dragon's hands, feet, and wings. A secondary pair of angel's wings, wearing a crown, holding a serpent, and riding a wolf. Although he's portrayed as a woman riding a serpentine bat-like beast sometimes, which we'll come to that. Astaroth has an entire feminine origin that got destroyed by New Testament texts.
All right.
Texts that describe Astaroth depict him as a wretched angel. Other accounts mention Astaroth having horned wings and often note the gloomy nature of the being. He also appears as a serpent with a colored tail, 2 small feet, a chestnut neck, and spines similar to a hedgehog that can grow up to a finger's length. As his feminine counterpart, Astarte, he is portrayed with a heifer's head. Astarte was commonly referred to as the Queen of Heaven and is often described as having long golden hair, fairly tall, and being surrounded by a mix of white and gold. So now we can talk about Astarte, who is the actual descendant of Ishtar, which Astaroth is associated with, that he used to be. So there's a trans situation with Astaroth. This is from mythology.net. The ancient Sumerians, Babylonians, and Egyptians all regard Astarte with the highest regards, though they did recognize her under different names. She was supposedly the goddess of fertility and war and symbolizes a life of luxury. Many temples and statues were built in her honor, and all areas that she guarded over supposedly thrived during her reign. However, when the major religions came to power, you can pick the 3, they tarnished Astarte's name and claimed that she was a deceiver. Over time, they changed her name to Astaroth and said that he was a Grand Duke of Hell that appeared in the form of Astarte and others when he was trying to deceive. Interestingly enough, there are some parts of Astarte that remain in Christianity, according to those who still believe in the goddess. Some claim that the Virgin Mary was fictitious and was created to take the place of Astarte in literature. So Astaroth may have been the demonization of the Virgin Mary.
Awesome. That is awesome. I love stories like this. That is fascinating.
Though there are no definitive answers to the question of which is real, Astarte or Astaroth, many people who try to summon Astaroth report failure unless they call upon, quote, him by the name Astarte. Those who do this claim to see a female goddess instead of a demon. Others, however, claim that they have seen the demon Astaroth and that he exists as a deceiver that religious texts describe, which would be the naked dragon man holding the serpent, breathing horrible breath into your silver magic ring.
Wear a silver mask. I don't know if doctors approve of it. We're not doctors here at Werewolf Radar, but perhaps put some silver in that mask just in case.
I don't see how it would hurt.
Paranormal Preparedness. If Astarte
or Astaroth,
yeah. If Astarte or Astaroth, you don't know when they're going to come at you. You just have silver ready. And now our new sponsor, buysilver.com.
We're finally going full Alex Jones.
Yep, full Alex Jones.
So that's all you need to know for the grotesqueness category. But what kind of threat does Astaroth pose to mankind? Turns out not a huge one.
Good.
A lot of controversies and some religious texts believe Astaroth can be benevolent in a way. These would be drawing largely from the concept that he was a high-ranking angel unfairly cast with Lucifer, or from those who believe that he's actually a facet of Astarte or Inanna, or any number of goddesses from other mythologies. There are people who are even saying that he's some male aspect of like Freya, which seems insane to me, but they're there. The Testament of Solomon says that he is, quote, opposed to the demon of power. Here's another quote from mythology.net. Astaroth is perhaps one of the lesser threats to humanity so far as physical danger is concerned, though it appears that he is fond of manipulation and corruption that is intellectual in nature. This isn't to say, however, that Astaroth doesn't have impressive power in the ranks of hell. As one of the Grand Dukes in hell, the evil trinity, Astaroth holds immense power that must be recognized. In addition to his spot in the evil trinity, Astaroth is thought to command 40 legions of demons and spirits, suggesting that he is also a respected military strategist. This could play into why Astaroth is seen as such a political ally. This dude is apparently mostly summoned by people seeking greater political authority.
They're Machiavellian types.
Yeah. Astaroth is also given a spot that reflects his impressive intelligence as the treasurer of hell. With these combined titles, it's easy to see why this demon is both greatly feared and respected. It is said that when Astaroth is summoned, he's willing to share his great knowledge of the past, present, and future, and intellectual pursuits. And of course, they mentioned the breath thing again. His favorite thing to do is recount the tale of the fall, which is the battle in heaven where God tosses out Lucifer and all the people with him, in which he makes heavy mention.
Just always talking about the bad times. Remember that time we all failed?
If you summon Astaroth, you have to sit, no matter how many times you do it, you have to sit through his story of the fall. He fucking loves telling the story.
Loves it. It's the thing that keeps him grounded.
Yeah, literally. He makes heavy mention of how unjust his expulsion from heaven was, and now he's just a dude that got caught up in some shit that he wasn't ready to fully back.
The passion was there, but I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, he was like a proud man-child, not quite a full boy. He has all manner of knowledge, past, present, and future. This is crazy. He refuses to lie. He's probably the only demon that I've heard of that does it. He will not lie.
Damn.
He's known as a deceiver, but he always tells the truth, which is bizarre. I guess maybe he doesn't tell you the whole truth.
Yeah, he tells you the truth, but he's all like, your grandma's at Burning Man, but he doesn't tell you that your grandma's dead and a zombie.
Yeah, he doesn't mention that she's manning the HJ tent.
Yeah, exactly. Like he leaves out that most important part of information, and thus he's kind of deceiving you.
And that's how you end up getting a blindfolded HJ from grandma.
Yep.
Surprised that's not a regular thing on Pornhub.
Well, you said it now. The Pornhub bots will get their porn bots to get on that.
One of the other things about him, in addition to the fact that he only tells you the truth, he also only aids those who desire his knowledge to pursue good deeds. So you have to be trying to help humanity from whatever spot you're in, from whatever your belief as in what is good. You have to believe that you're doing that for Astaroth to aid you with his knowledge.
Like my dream of giving mochi to everyone so we can all walk outside in the summer with an ice cream treat. He would come and help me. That's how I want to aid humanity.
Yeah, Astaroth, you can fully summon him as long as you like turn away when he talks, and he would give you the correct business plan to have a summer mochi business that would be successful. He does have the 40 legions of demons at his beck and call, but he doesn't seem overly concerned with destroying humanity, and apparently loves dabbling in human business and politics way more than he loves being a Duke of Hell. I don't recall where this came from, but he does encourage humans. This is also very funny. He encourages humans who summon him to pursue liberal arts and science, but also compels them to slothfulness and laziness. So he's a sort of pitting yourself against your conditions.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, not the biggest threat to humanity, but if he wanted to, he could invade the world and destroy it, I guess, with 40 legions of demons.
But he doesn't want to. He seems just to kind of make you want to study.
Yeah, he just wants you to get some canvas and some paint and live off of your parents' money, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, overall, he's like right now, I guess he would be like the patron saint of trust funders.
Yeah, he's kind of
mediocre bourgeois art, petite bourgeois art.
If he's probably the demon that gave Lena Dunham her start.
Good job. You brought us Adam Driver. And even though there's some bumps along the way, rape apologizing and some weird incest stuff, it was worth it. What a weird turn that was. Good job, Astaroth. Lena Dunham was a trip for us humans.
She surely was. So we'll get to the third category, heaviness, as in metal. This is the ephemera category. Things associated with Astaroth that might make for a dope metal song. I can't lie, there's not a ton in the Astaroth canon that we haven't already talked about. It's possible he was associated with possessions of the nuns of Loudun, which is awesome, and ends with a priest being burned alive and has a tangential relationship with the Three Musketeers.
Nice.
But that's nearly always associated with Asmodeus. So that's probably actually an Asmodeus story and not an Astaroth one. The Fall and the Battle in Heaven are both pretty rad, and he does love talking about it.
Sure, but that's just one album. What are you going to do for a sophomore?
Yeah. I mean, that might even just be one song, as long as it's over 5 minutes. Denouncing God is always pretty cool, fairly heavy. However, I think the most metal Astaroth adjacent fact comes from the sainted enemy of Astaroth, the Apostle Bartholomew, whom you can invocate to Apostle Bart, who you invocate to dispel Astaroth's presence. Bartholomew is, of course, best known as the apostle who was flayed alive.
Nope, but will never forget now.
Super heavy. This is from the Wikipedia. The appearance of the saint is described in detail in the Golden Legend. His hair is black and crisp, his skin fair, his eyes wide, his nose even and straight, his beard thick and with few gray hairs. He is of medium stature. Christian tradition has 3 stories about Bartholomew's death. One speaks of his being kidnapped, beaten unconscious, and cast into the sea to drown. Another account states that he was crucified upside down, and another says that he was skinned alive and beheaded in Albac or Albanopolis, near Biscayne, Turkey. Saint Bartholomew is the most prominent flayed Christian martyr.
Yeah, that's what the rap community would call bars.
Yeah,
that's some fuel for metal right there.
During the 16th century, images of the flaying of Bartholomew were so popular that it came to signify the saint in works of art. Consequently, Saint Bartholomew is most often represented being skinned alive. Symbols associated with the saint include knives, alluding to the knife used to skin the saint alive, and his skin, which Bartholomew holds or drapes around his body.
Like it's a fashion eye, it's around his shoulder.
Yeah.
He turns around to the camera and goes, "What's under your skin?"
Can I get this in a 38? It's a little tight. Similarly, the ancient herald of Bartholomew is known by, quote, flaying knives with silver blades and gold handles on a red field. As in Michelangelo's Last Judgment, the saint is often depicted with both the knife and his skin. Representations of Bartholomew with a chained demon are common in Spanish painting. Chained demon, possibly Astaroth.
All right, I'm looking up
Bar-
that painting. I'm sharing it. Go on, though.
Saint Bartholomew is often depicted in lavish medieval manuscripts. Manuscripts, which are literally made from flayed and manipulated skin, hold a strong visual and cognitive association with the saint during the medieval period and can also be seen as depicting book production. Florentine artist Pacino de Bonagida depicts his martyrdom in a complex and striking composition in his Laderio of Saint Agnes.
Oh my God, I saw the pictures. I am not sharing some of these.
They're gnarly.
Oh. Go on, Nate. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. That is exactly the reaction you should have. A book of Italian hymns produced for the Campagna di Sant'Agnes in circa 1340. In the fifth scene, narrative-based image, three torturers flay Bartholomew's legs and arms as he is immobilized and chained to a gate. On the right, the saint wears his own flesh tied around his neck while he kneels in prayer before a rock, his severed head fallen to the ground. Another example includes the flaying of Saint Bartholomew in the Luttrell Psalter, 1325 to 1340, somewhere in there. Bartholomew is depicted on a surgical table surrounded by tormentors while he's flayed with gold knives. Due to the nature of his martyrdom, Bartholomew is the patron saint of tanners, plasterers, tailors, leather workers, bookbinders, farmers, house painters, butchers, and glove makers, all things made of skin.
There is a pretty, we said a lot of gory stuff, but there's also a really cool statue of him holding his own skin, and he's just like one arm up and the other hand's all like, look, it's me.
In works of art, the saint has been depicted being skinned by tanners, as in Guido de Siena's reliquary shutters with the martyrdoms of St. Francis, St. Clare, St. Bartholomew, and St. Catherine de Alexandria. Popular in Florence and other areas. In Tuscany, the saint also came to be associated with salt, oil, and cheese merchants. Although Bartholomew's death is commonly depicted in artwork of a religious nature, his story has also been used to represent anatomical depictions of the human body devoid of the flesh. An example of this can be seen in Marco de Gratte's St. Bartholomew Flayed from 1562, where Bartholomew is depicted wrapped in his own skin with every muscle, vein, and tendon clearly visible, acting as a clear description of the muscles and structure of the human body.
Clever. Way to sneak in your science, artist.
I know, got to do it. Welcome to the Renaissance. Also, this is fun. His martyrdom happened on September 11th.
Well, you know, it's been a special day for eons now.
So now we're going to rate Astaroth out of 5 pitchforks.
Sure.
We'll go first with Grotesqueness. Naked dragon man holding a viper. I'm going to give him 2.5 pitchforks.
2.5 pitchforks of that? It's more of, it's not exactly grotesque.
And he seems like he looks often just kind of like a normal, like very tall, statuesque kind of guy.
Say that description again.
Well, there were several. He's usually riding a dragon, which I think gives him a little bit, and carrying a viper. He's got the horrible breath.
See, when you mention that, I just assume it's like some Fabian character who ate a Lumberg cheese sandwich.
Yeah, he does seem like he could be gracing an erotic novel.
Yes,
cover.
I mean a metal erotic cover, but even metal women need erotica.
Yeah, I mean the grossest he gets is Demonic Paradise fandom called him a naked man with dragons' hands, feet, and wings, with a second pair of angel wings. But I mean, even then, he's still mostly a man's body.
Yeah, no, that's not grotesque. I'm going with you on that one. 2.5-ish.
And then Threat to Mankind. I'm giving him a one pitchfork out of 5. He doesn't seem to be a real threat. He loves sending kids to college.
If anything, he's a boon.
Yeah. He only ever tells the truth, and he only ever helps people who are doing good deeds. Does not really even seem like he belongs in hell. And then Heaviness as in metal. gotta give Astaroth himself 1.5 pitchforks. I mean, the fall and the battle in heaven, that's all cool. He does have an army. That's rad. I assume his army's a bunch of monsters.
Yeah, like I bet they're a bunch of Orokai and whatnot, you know.
Yeah, but like the coolest thing about him is his worst enemy, the flayed martyr. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what do you think out of 5 pitchforks?
I mean, I'm going 1s and 2s on that one too. He's nothing fancy. I know there's scarier demons, more grotesque demons, more threatening demons, more metal demons.
For sure.
But this is like entry level, you know, like if you were trying to get into demons, trying to get into metal, you definitely want an Astaroth record, I guess. Well,
and this is, this is the first segment that we're doing. So this is kind of this will be the baseline, I think, for how we judge these demons ongoing. Because Astaroth, on the whole, seems like a pretty chill dude.
Yeah, overall, nothing, no complaints. This demon, no complaints. You can hang out, you can possess whatever you want in the abode. I know you're not going to make me bleed blood. You're going to apparently make me finish my degree.
So on the whole, I think out of all 3 things averaged, Astaroth is somewhere in the 1.5 pitchforks.
That's what we say. I agree with that.
Total
1.5. 1.5 level demon. Of course, I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to put up the demon Astaroth. I'm going to let you all vote on his own pitchfork rating.
Yeah.
Not according to the magazine. Not that pitchfork. A different pitchfork rating. Let us know what you would rate them.
They'll be reviewing Astaroth's folk album next summer.
Right now, we have access to them.
We want to know where you put Astaroth in this round of King of the Hell, a demon review
of the Hell. Solid job, Nate. And before we end, I just want to say we were going to also get into that creepy crawler of a person in parentheses.
Oh my God, that
going around, but that's more for Jordan too. We're going to carry that to the next week, along with some other segments such as haunted hiking in Colorado. We wanted to have Jordan there for it as well. We're putting him together.
That crawler video, if it's not already on our Discord somewhere, it will be. I
made a video of it.
I think it's on there already. But
yeah, I made a video of it. I put it up there. You can check it out on our YouTube. Let us know what you think of this. What looks like a naked woman crawling, but she moves with such dexterity and agility, and she takes a hard turn that is so animalistic, like unhumanoid in the movement. I don't know what to think about it. It's crazy. Twerk Serpent, we're here for you. We wanted to talk about it, but we wanted to also let you know that we are aware of it. Okay, we're gonna maybe dissect it more further.
Yeah, I feel like we're still weirded out enough that we have not come to a conclusion about what the fuck is going on there.
And in terms of spell casting, we're sending another round of spells to Dakota Vincent. We've got another witch jar on the shelf. We're gonna double up the power.
We're burning some candles. We're saying some prayers. We're invoking various otherworldly creatures.
Yes.
To bring about luck.
Some good vibes for you. Fortune. Just want you to know Werewolf Radar is here for you. And if you yourself want to send someone a spell of some good vibes, let us know. We'll send them those good vibes. We just need you to tell them where to send them.
Yeah, we'll Amazon Prime a spell for anybody you want, regardless of what it is. We just like practicing spell casting.
We got to do it. We got to practice for the future that we believe, and that is Shadowrun. We're both running shaman class. We're putting points into charisma. I'm a duck totem. Anyway, that's the only other segments I wanted to talk about, other than hit us up on our Twitter. We got a bunch of Twitter stuff. Wardell sent us some stuff. Werewolf with robot hands. That's what we think about too, man. That's what we think about too.
Yeah, and if you hadn't already looked at the Congress for the International UFO Congress this week, that stuff is going to be archived. You can still get in there, take a look at some of those things. The Navajo Ranger segment, fantastic.
Avi Loeb segment on Oumuamua and alien technology and how to communicate with space debris, essentially, was fascinating.
Other than that, yeah, check us out every Monday on our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/werewolf_radar. We're mostly playing Dungeons and Dragons Curse of Strahd at 5 p.m. That happens later today if you got this exactly when it came out. Follow us on Twitter. I guess, do we have an Instagram? We've got an Instagram.
Yeah, we got an Instagram. We got Facebook.
And
we have a dark web account at the dark web Facebook. I believe that URL, of course, is secret. You know about it if you know about it.
Yeah, find us on the underside of a Tor browser. Just a weird fungus hanging off of it in the internet space. And I think that will close out this episode of Werewolf Radar. And we're going to leave you, as always, with our sign-off. Say it with us, all you pingos. Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe.